What's up, guys? This is the Honest Outlaw here, and today we're going to be doing a versus video between a pair of SIGs. We're going to be talking about the Sig Sauer X Compact versus the Sig M18. Before we do that, I want to mention my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys very much. It's because of you guys the channel's still here. Can't appreciate that enough, and because of that, we do some cool stuff over on the Patreon page that's just for you guys. If you want to be in on that, all you have to do is go down to the link in the description, click that link, and sign up. Also, in the description of this video is a link to a local shelter in Ames, Iowa. It's a youth shelter, and those kids could really use your support, so I'd appreciate it if you went down there and clicked that link and donate to those kids. Lastly, there is a link to the new t-shirts that are down there in the description as well. So if you want to get an Honest Outlaw t-shirt, sweatshirt, that kind of thing, they're pretty comfy, and I like them. So if you want to go over there and get them, all you got to do is go down, click the link, and pick one up. So the two pistols that are on the table here, as you can see in front of me, are going to be the Sig M18 here, one of the more popular pistols of the last few years, actually adopted by the U.S. military. I believe the Marines actually use this as well. It is kind of a Glock 45-ish, Glock 19X style pistol, which is kind of funny because it went up against the Glock 19X in the actual military trials itself. Not the M18, but the M17. Shorter barrel, longer grip. Full-size M17 grip with a slightly shorter barrel, making it a little bit more compact. I think it makes it a little bit better for duty use. You're going to lose a little bit less velocity, but you're not going to have the bottom of your holster pushing into a seat of a vehicle, for instance, if you're in it. Makes it a little bit easier to appendix carry as well. Put an optic on there, the sight radius difference is going to be negligible, and it does have an optics mount for a Leopold Delta Point and the Sig, I forget which optic. I actually have a Sig Pro right now, and it did not fit, which made me upset, or there would be one on it right now. And I do have an adapter plate coming for this for a Trijicon SRO, which I plan to put on this in the future. The new Sig aluminum frame design, which I do have it on the way for review, actually comes with the Sig adapter plate, which has a multitude of different types of optics plates that you can put on there. So it makes it a little bit more adaptable. However, this one is just going to be able to run the two right out of the box. It does come with some night sights with kind of a little high definition front there. It does have those big old ears on it, though, and the sighting setup is very durable. However, it's not my personal favorite. As you can see, the X Compact has the exact same sights, which we'll get into in a second. The M18 has a little bit longer barrel, allowing it to have a little bit longer sight radius. Because of that, it's going to have a little bit less recoil, and it's going to be just a hair more accurate, but again, we'll get into that here in a minute. Front slide serrations, two-tone look, makes it look very cool. Also has the coolness from being in the military contract. A lot of guys like to pick up the same gun they used while they were in. A lot of guys just like to pick them up because they're in video games, and a lot of guys like to pick them up just to, I don't know, emulate it or have fun or just have the gun that the Army uses. Personally, that's why I like the 1911. A lot of people like the Beretta 92. I see nothing wrong with picking a gun up just because it's cool. I have an awful lot of guns just because I think they're cool. AMB controls, which is very nice. Slide release over here, slide release over there. The magazine release is swappable, so if you're a lefty, you can go over there, or you can do the old middle finger or index finger trick, whatever suits your fancy. It has a manual safety on it, which most people don't like. Boo to the manual safety these days, most people say. However, if you use one correctly, and if they work correctly, and if they're designed well, they're not a problem. And in this case, I think it's designed pretty well. I've seen a lot of polymer guns with manual safeties that were a lot crappier than this. So I think it works well. I think it rides really nice. If you draw the gun, just make sure your thumb is always on top of that manual safety, pressing down, using it for recoil control, and you'll never have a manual safety that is left on and a trigger that doesn't work when you want it to. So make sure to incorporate that in your battery of arms, not a problem. I believe they make frames as well, aftermarket frames that don't have that. You can even get the X series frame if you want, or the Wilson Combat frame. Adds a little bit more texture. A lot of options with the Sig 320, which we'll get into here in a second. But as out of the box, this is how the M18 comes. Accessory rail in the front with a serrated, squared off trigger guard, and a pretty decent trigger. Not the world's best trigger, not the world's worst trigger. Got kind of a heavy brake, but the trigger pull is fairly crisp, and the reset is relatively quick. Show you that in slow motion so you can see the travel of the reset. Not too bad at all. It can fire out rounds fairly quickly. Does the job up close though, I'll tell you that. Within 10 yards or so, you'd have to worry about 3 inches of vertical, so. .9-inch barrel, which is a pretty good overall barrel length, and it's around 28 ounces empty, making it a pretty good weight for a do-it-all pistol. I like the color. I like that it has the chassis system in it, although the X Compact does as well. So if you want to put this in a bunch of different frames and use a bunch of different slides and have one gun, let's say you live in California or Maryland or something like that, it's hard for you to get a gun. You can get the chassis system, put it in a whole bunch of different stuff, and have a whole bunch of cool stuff with just owning one firearm overall. Saves you waiting time, saves you a little bit of money as well. The modularity of the Sig is what makes it awesome. However, obviously, they both do that. This gun came with 2 extended 21-round magazines, which I think is pretty cool. However, a lot of them just come with the standard M18 magazine as well, which I don't know how many rounds it takes, 17 rounds. Let's move over to the X Compact here and see what it has to offer. So it has a fairly similar barrel length at 3.6. So not much difference at all in barrel length, velocity, and ability to carry as far as the barrel length goes. Slide width is the same, slide features are the same, however they're a little bit different color. The X Compact does not have a manual safety, and it has a better trigger in my opinion. It has this straight-faced trigger, and it feels a little bit better overall with a lighter pull and a shorter reset. So the trigger overall in the X series is definitely a little bit better. All right, so now we're at 50 yards here with the Sig Compact, the X Compact, and we got about a 15-mile-an-hour crosswind, but that shouldn't be an issue. Maybe it will be. So if I aim right off his right shoulder, it's all day. So you just have to Kentucky windage, a little compensation a little bit. Every guy's compensated once in a while. Ooh, shot right over my bag there. That made me nervous.
My phone's in there.
Ooh, good thing I didn't miss. The magazine release is similar, however they do a little bit of cut here on the X Compact frame, allowing you to get just a little bit better bite on the gun. A little bit higher on the bore axis as well, which is nice. I like that. However, the grip is going to be a lot thinner, making it a lot less surface area to get a hold of it. It's also going to be shorter, which is going to be more comfortable for carry, better for carry as far as printing goes. However, you're going to lose some recoil control, and you're going to lose some capacity. This, it only has 15 round mags, whereas this comes with a damn 21 rounder. So it really depends on what you're into and what you're looking for. Handles pretty good though.
runs, it works well.
This gun comes in at 25 ounces, so it's going to be 3 ounces lighter, a little bit easier to carry there as well. This gun, however, comes with HD sights, so it's got that high-def green front there instead of the white, and in my opinion, that's easier to pick up, and I was actually a little bit more accurate with this pistol than I was that one, even though this one is bigger. Same optics mounting system there. The other thing that's kind of a downside to the 320 series is not only do they have limited optics available, until you get an adapter plate, of course, but you actually have to take the slide off, disassemble the slide to take the plate off, as opposed to just unscrewing the plate from the top there. So whoever decided that, well, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. X Compact comes with two 15-round magazines, and in my opinion, it's geared slightly more to concealed carry. However, it can still be a do-it-all gun. Overall, as far as track record goes, I think the M18 has a pretty good track record, but I think the X series has a little bit better track record. As far as my personal reliability testing, I actually saw a little bit better reliability with the M18. Several failures right from the get-go with the M18, several failures right from the get-go with the X Compact. However, I think that the M18 had no issues after 200 rounds or so, and we're at about the 1,200-ish round mark now, and the X Compact has had a couple bobbles here and there, making me think that this one was more of a break-in type of thing, and this one is more of a SIG type of thing.
All right, so now we got those 6-inch plates down there at about 25 yards. We're shooting about an inch group at 12, so if we double the distance, probably double the groups, we should be able to hit them just fine if I'm holding high right. Got another fail. Got a little bit less than this.
So overall, I think the M18 is going to be a little bit more reliable, and I think it's been, in my opinion, I think it's been more heavily tested, at least between the two models here on the table. As far as accuracy goes, I did kind of touch on the fact that I think the X Compact, as far as accuracy goes, is a little bit more accurate because of the trigger and sights. If you put that trigger and those sights on this gun, it would be more accurate just because it's bigger. So overall, I think the X Series has some upgrades that allow it to just be a little bit more accurate and a little bit more comfortable overall. However, the M18 has the classic looks of the military adopted pistol, and I think looks a little bit cooler overall. As far as speed goes, the trigger on the X Compact is a little bit faster, but there's a lot more real estate on the M18, so I was able to go a little bit faster on the M18, and I felt a little bit more comfortable popping rounds off quickly with the M18 as well. I would say that as far as price goes, it depends on what you're looking for between these two pistols. I think they're both pretty good choices, especially if you got to get into a 320. I think that the M18's got the cool factor, it's got the speed. For bigger people, I think that it feels a little bit better overall. I think the X Compact has the upgrades of the X Series. I think it's got a better trigger, better sights, and it's a little bit more accurate. I think the reliability is a bit of a wash, and I think that if you're into a concealed carry type mode where you want to flex in home defense once in a while, I think the X Compact's a pretty good way to go. I think if you want to do all those things, the M18 will do that pretty well. However, I think it's going to be better at the range. I think it's going to be better for a home defense gun. It really comes in its own with the long grip and the short slide. When you add a weapon light to it, allows it a little bit more weight on the front even to pile those rounds out even faster. And I think this comes with the coolness of being adopted by the military. I'm personally, out of the two, I'm actually going to choose one for myself, and that one is going to be the M18. It's going to be better for reviews in the future. It's a more popular pistol overall. I think it looks cooler, and I think it has a cool vibe to it, and I'm going to plan on upgrading this pistol to kind of fix some of the ergonomic issues that I don't like about it. As far as the X Compact goes, hey, I got a Glock 19, I got an M&P, I got a CZP-10C. I'm going to choose all three of those over this for carry all day long, so this guy is getting shipped down the river. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.
That's a very nice sweatshirt you have there. Let me know what you think of the X Compact in this wind. You did a hell of a lot better with that than you did the Springfield Hellcat.
Yeah, I wasn't vibing with that one.
You like that one?
It's all right.